At the very least 4. Oh god, here we go.
It's more blown out than usual.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have to keep pressing X.
Yeah, you do.
Alright. Let me... Well, you know what? We will literally be here all day if I sit here through everything. So, here's basically the dearth of what's happening. So, this is like a weird, like, multi-point flashback of sorts. Although, Luffy is still in the actual right costume for this one, so... I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. I'm going to assume this is probably right before they arrive at Sabaody and everyone gets separated by Kuma. I'm going to assume that that's what's happening.
This is them getting back from Sabaody. This is them going right before they head under.
No, because they're all time skips. Oh no, sorry, pre-time skip.
Yeah, they just didn't want to make the models for them.
Oh, I see. Okay, that would probably do it. Right, and also, the very funny trope that would be going up into Pirate Warriors 3, Zoro just inexplicably always being stuck in his Enies lobby jacket. And while I don't mind, it is a very cool jacket, don't get me wrong, it's also just kind of baffling that it took until Pirate Warriors 4 to actually get his actual, like, just regular white shirt for him. It was kind of weird.
His t-shirt and his cummerbund. And the best part is, in that game, he doesn't have his CP9 outfit at all. His Enies lobby outfit, period.
Yeah, it's literally just, like, burnt, like, gone to the ether. Which Nami outfit is that? I'm trying to identify that.
This is an original.
Oh, the pink one is an original?
Yes.
Okay, because I was wondering about that too. Like, where's that from?
They have a couple other outfits you can get for Nami in this game. The only one that's real is her Strong World outfit.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. There's one more. Her wedding dress outfit, because she wears the wedding dress when she gets assaulted on Thriller Bark, and what was his name? The Invisible Guy.
Yeah.
Tries to both assault her and then after assault her, marry her.
Yep.
Yeah, that guy was fucked.
Trying to get the Thriller Bark for me was very, very, very difficult. It was fun sometimes, but
Brooke saves that arc.
Brooke makes that arc, absolutely. Also, Zoro getting the Wano sword was pretty cool too. Stupid thing, I saw apparently on the wiki that this is supposed to be like a named like bird or something. That's got Luffy in its mouth. I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be a news coup.
I think it was just called Pinky, according to the wiki, but I don't know. By the way, I tried scanning the One Piece wiki page entry for Pirate Warriors 1 for information to talk about, and I could not find anything. It was so weird.
Here she is.
There she is. Okay, let me also tell you guys a little something. Shoutouts to my friend Tahu on Discord. There's a very good chance he might be lurking in chat already. If he is, then god damn it, man, you've infected me.
Also, we need to, for the first time in content where it's applicable, we need to talk about his magical journey through One Piece.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He read the whole thing in under a month. This was 3 years ago. This was in 2020. He got through 1,000 chapters almost, like 950 chapters or something in the span of 1 month and got caught up to where Wano was just before the raid.
Yeah, that's absolutely insane. And it's funny also because he was 100% doing it because of his dick. As in, he has... Okay, to put some actual context, right? If this is the start of a YouTube video, I'm going to censor that one out probably.
Hang on 1 second. Yes, Alex, this is the wrong outfit because you can actually pick which outfit you want to wear beforehand. I picked this one because I like it better. And it does technically alter his moveset in the fact that it alters his Muso attack a little.
True. He does actually have hockey infused into it.
Yes, he does not actually have a different moveset in general, though.
Elephant gun, right?
Yeah. Whereas before, it just would have been bullet.
Yep.
Everything else is the same. It only changes his level 1. Everything else is the same.
Yeah.
So about Tahu's dick.
So, about his dick. Right, obviously out of context is very funny. But so, basically, he is, like, the biggest Nami fan I've ever met. And he's infected me also because, yeah, I'm going to say Nami post-time skip. I, like, actually... I don't know if I'd say way more, but definitely more than Robin post-time skip. Until recently with Wano because she's actually doing things amazing.
Do we want to get into that early?
No, not yet.
Okay.
So, he... Well, not only has he saved a lot of screen caps of Nami, I don't blame him in the manga. Hey, I don't blame him. That's fucking based. He literally blitzkrieged the entirety of it in just no time flat, and I'm baffled by this because, like, One Piece is known as a pretty long show, but to pull that off in like a month, that's pretty good. I caught up with all of Berserk in maybe like 2 weeks, so I know what that grind is kind of like.
It's like I've said this before on things we recorded previously. If I wasn't doing Bleach structured, I would have read the whole thing in literally 2 weeks.
Yep.
If I was just reading it on a day-to-day basis, I would have just, especially if I had this tablet now, yeah, no, I would have just been there reading for like 9 straight hours and gotten through like 3 arcs in a day if I had the time. Kurt says something about Pirate Warriors 4 and how it deleted hockey as a mechanic. You just have it as one of your Musos. And yeah, that was kind of a pain in the ass.
Oof.
Because you know how hockey works in 3, where you can slow down time with it.
Yeah, you can also use it to bypass...
weaknesses.
Yeah, you can use it to bypass Logia fruit users easier too.
Yeah, now you can't do that anymore. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Alright, so a couple of things about Luffy that actually makes him really unique, and also, like I said, has the most design going into him. This is like the one game where he can charge like every single one of those moves. Like triangle, you can charge.
I'm sorry, I need to stop you just a second.
Yes.
They managed to bring the cloning mechanic into Pirate Warriors 4, with every Conqueror character having the same Conqueror's Hockey Muso attack.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, fuck me.
Alright, other things he can do. He has an actual good wealth of R1 moves he can use. Later games, every character will only have one. I'm way ahead of the game right now.
Trigger up.
You realize you're getting old and slower.
It was in reference to him saying that, yeah, if he was still in high school, he could have read Bleach in a night. Like, yeah, man, I feel that. I caught up with Bleach's anime in 2 weeks when I was 14.
I completely forgot about the QTEs. I put the controller down for a sec. That was clearly a mistake on my part.
Yep.
I think it depends on...
Don't you know you're playing a Naruto game? You can never escape QTEs.
Nope. Not anytime soon. Actually, wait. No, wait, no. Storm 4 is, is richer than what am I talking about?
The only one you have left to play that doesn't have them is Revolution.
True. So anyway, Luffy has more than one R when you can actually cycle between. It's kind of interesting, and didn't they kind of bring this mechanic back with, weird comparison, Link from fucking Hyrule Warriors, because he can use it, like, cycle his sub-weapons?
Yeah, you have the items that only get used on particular bosses. Honestly, I find that a lot more annoying, because the way it works there is you can only hit enemies with their specific item. They will not take damage from anything else.
Oof.
And some of them are really annoying because they're not just enemies, they're mini-bosses, and some of those mini-bosses are more annoying than actual bosses.
Yeah.
Fighting the Dodongo or the Piranha Plant thing is a real pain in the ass.
Let's see. Other cool, unique things about Luffy. He's like the only single character to have like 4 Musos all in one character. Yeah, you have a level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. And level 3 is generally one you want to go for. Is obviously Gear 2nd. And he kind of he literally turns into just the best character in the game. It's absolutely amazing. I did not press that Muso just now. What did you do, game? That was fun.
It automatically does a Muso whenever you run out of Gear 2nd.
Oh, I see. But one of the things that really makes me appreciate Pirate Warriors 1 2 is it's the first Warriors game to have like a really fluid, not perfect, obviously, really fluid dash cancel mechanics. Like you can generally like dash cancel a lot of points to them to end cooldown instantly. You can't act out of the dash cancels immediately like Pirate Warriors 3. God, I love Pirate Warriors 3.
Yeah, best one still.
Oh yeah, by the way.
I can't believe it.
There's save points in the middle of levels.
Yes, this is actually a mechanic that they've had ever since Dynasty Warriors 2 or 3, because they're under the implication that these stages are going to take you 45 minutes your first run through. You might not have time to finish it all. You might get dragged away by your parents.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I feel like that's kind of a band-aid solution to the symptom.
Yeah.
Yeah, addressing the symptom, not the cause. I was kind of finding this also recently with Dragon Ball GT Transformation, where it's like, yeah, I can use cheat codes, but like the levels are so fucking long. If I die once, I have to start the whole thing all over again.
It's more about a response to not having sleep mode like you can do on the DS.
Yeah, maybe.
But a response to something Alex said that popped up. I don't know if I'm biased or not, but Gear 2nd is my favorite form of Luffy. I don't know, man. We all love Kaioken.
Yeah. It's simple, and it really does work. Honest to God, no, Alex, I do agree with you. I think I gotta go Snake Man with my overall favorite, though. I really like Snake Man.
No, it's the best one.
It is the best one. Also, having the clouds appearing around them, that's kind of just like the Raijins in Japanese mythology is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
That being said, though,
the new thing debuted.
I do still like I do still like Meatball Bound Man. I know you don't, obviously, because if you're trying to stand, he'd literally fall over, but he's not gonna stand ever. I still like it.
When you say Meatball Man, do you mean Tank Man?
Oh, Jesus Christ, no. That thing that literally came up once and then never again. I'm just like, okay.
Because he was literally eating crackers for literally 12 hours.
Yup.
Ever since One Piece came back to Toonami and when it got pulled again, I watched it oddly enough.
Well, that's at least one way in. I'm glad you at least had it into the series to begin with.
Did it get pulled again? I remember they brought it back a couple of years ago because nothing else was doing ratings because Toonami is only on for 3 hours a week at 2 a.m. on a Sunday.
Yeah.
We're never gonna get back to it being on weekdays ever again. That's a given. But you need to do something to try to make that more appealing to people.
Yeah.
Especially if when it's running, you're gonna try to put shows like My Hero Academia on there as a ratings pool. You need to put that on earlier.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I don't know if they were followed through on this or not, but I heard that they actually do have a TV Y7 cut of both Super, Kai, and My Hero. That I don't know if they were followed through on it, but I heard they had one for airing it at like 7 or 8 p.m.
That's wild.
For still airing for kids. And boy, I'd love to see how they made that work with Stain.
Yeah, no kidding. So I really need to get a tail on watching season 2 for Stain. Anyway, so Zoro, hello.
Best character in the game. Because he plays like a Warriors character.
I'm going to say definitely the easiest in order to learn because he does play the most like a traditional Warriors character. Like, I can just fire out moves and they just work. Because he actually... So because the way he feels like the most like a traditional character... Oh, by the way.
The best thing.
Boom.
Yep.
Oh, I love the slowdown effect on the hit stun. It's so good.
They're doing that Kurosawa thing.
So he basically usually operates with the 2 swords, and since he's a traditional sword user in a Muso game, he's got a lot of hit stop on hit stun on moves that pushes a lot of enemies back, a lot of good damage, fairly good balance. And also, Lion Song, one of the coolest mechanics I've seen in a fucking Warriors game. You hold down R1 to charge, the longer it charges, the more damage it'll do, and when it's full charge, you essentially one-shot a lot of enemies.
Look at the fucking motion blur on his coat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. The fur effects just do not work in this engine whatsoever.
They don't work in anything on the PS3. Look at Sonic Unleashed. If they didn't have the motion blur permanently applied to his fur, it might have actually ran.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello. Now, luckily for me, my days of playing Jack and Daxter religiously with all like, the mini games using the face buttons, I am pretty good at nailing these.
Oh, that reminds me. Because I can't speak to when this will go up. Hopefully this goes up before the end of the month.
Probably next week, I'd be willing to bet. Yeah, because we have like nothing else recorded between the two of us right now.
Hopefully the date showed up at the beginning before we started on the top menu. We're in the beginning of August right now, so One Piece live action has not come out yet. So we unfortunately won't have anything to say by the time we're done recording this game. We will by the time we get to 2 in, I don't know, 3 months or something.
Yeah.
But I want to preempt that with hey guys, why aren't we talking about this game, this show while this is being uploaded between September and November or something?
Yeah, I guess it's fair. I'm gonna say right now, I was initially obviously very skeptical because it's Netflix doing a live action adaptation. Cowboy Bebop didn't exactly the best impression, nor did Death Note. But I gotta say, looking at more trailers for it, I'm actually a little optimistic for it, if I'm being completely honest here.
No, yeah, everyone's super hopeful about this.
Yeah.
It's like, you can tell that they care more than any other thing they've worked on because they've spent millions, maybe dozens of millions, on just the practicals alone.
Yeah.
They've built almost every boat they're on.
Oh my god, that's something that is impressive.
Yeah, they built all their sets. I don't remember if they were recording if it was somewhere in the Caribbean or somewhere in Africa, but they were recording in special location areas. And they constructed the Baratier, they constructed Arlong Park.
Holy shit, you don't see nearly that much work put into practical effects these days in movies.
You want to look at the best cases for practical effects, and this is going to be a weird one, but the Flintstones live action.
That is When the hell was there a Flintstones live action movie?
94.
I mean, obviously I'm not surprised. I'm just...
It was produced by Steven Spielberg.
Oh.
Fred Flintstone was played by John Goodman.
Bro, okay. That is wild. Okay.
Yup.
But anyway, to give a quick aside, I would like to mention the reason why Hollywood mostly focuses on...
strike.
Oh yeah, there is a strike. But the reason why Hollywood mostly focuses on CG these days over practical effects is because one is a lot less cost effective, a lot less cost on them, and also practical effects departments are unionized. CG artists are not.
Get up close to Zoro and hit L2.
Oh god, right.
This is your partner mechanic in this game, and it fucking sucks.
How is this working?
It only deploys when you're actually making contact with enemies. You need to go over there and jump the ledge.
Yeah, right.
R2.
Oh, okay, sorry. Again, I have not played since we originally did the Let's Play, and
Me neither.
you are more...
I mean, technically.
You are more familiar with this than... Yeah, you are more familiar with this right now than I am.
R2, and just move the cursor in any direction, then hit square.
Yep.
Behind you? The other way.
I see. I just don't like how much visual noise there is when you're trying to parkour over stuff.
You'd assume practical effects are cheaper because they're not on computers taking decades to render. Not true, Alex. With practical effects, you have to pay someone to build something.
Yep.
And you have to pay them to build it right. And you have to make sure it actually fits with your set.
And also meets safety codes also.
Yeah. And that it's not distracting or out of place. It needs to be built perfectly. With a render, you can just keep going back to the drawing board on that. Basically.
Yeah, so in regards to the whole Hollywood strike, I went to school originally for film editing, and while I do value the experience I got out of the whole experience, unfortunately, I really just said that. I can't say the later I got into film school, the more horror stories I heard, i.e. it's very common for people who move to Hollywood to try to get into film, literally just like living in their cars for weeks or months trying to get gigs in order to live somewhere affordable. I'm good.
So there's an anime you've heard of recently but haven't seen yet. I'll make it a point for us to watch it.
Is it the one about anime CG artists? Or anime producers? Sorry, anime.
No, not Shirobako. It's an anime that aired this past year. It's the one about doing a teardown of the idol industry, Oshinoko.
Oh yeah.
The main character of that is not actually the idol; it's her son. He's also in the entertainment industry. He's an actor, and in off time also does editing for someone else. There's a plot point that's not hung on later on, where there's someone that is a straight up director of films, both produced and indie, that actually still has to live with his mother, even though he is a film director.
Yeah.
For mass market and indie films both. That's how expensive shit is.
No, I feel that. It really do be like that.
This was a bad idea.
The parkour? Yeah, this is more so than like the repetitive QTEs. It's just the level navigation that is just really taking it out of you.
It will make some of these stages take 4 times as long as they need to. We're gonna get to one of them today.
Yep. Oh, Jesus Christ, are we? Yep.
I forgot if the other games have this type of traversal. Alex, they do not.
No, not nearly this bad. The worst you get is like maybe the Land of Wano and Pirate Warriors 4.
That's just a bit. That's just
Thriller Bark in 3, I guess, but that's not too bad by comparison, anyway.
That's just because of fog. It's not actually complicated to navigate.
Yeah. All right, let me just go ahead and rip the level 4 just to get this out of the way.
Yeah, this is something you do not actively want to use in this game.
Literally, okay, I think this is only really good to rip if you know for a fact everyone in the immediate vicinity is going to die, and then you can just run around.
Alex, if you think this is good, do yourself a favor. Pick up a copy of Pirate Warriors 3 for 10 or 15 bucks. On PS4 specifically. Play that. Play even just a couple stages of it, and then come back to this game. And see how you feel about not only how this game runs, but the stage layout of this game in general. You'll never want to touch this game or your PS3 ever again.
Yep.
God, I wish we got an emulatable PS3. backwards compatible PS3.
Oh yeah. So also I was gonna mention something a minute ago, but I completely forgot about it until now. So I briefly mentioned this to you recently, but I didn't actually follow through much on it. So I have actually tried emulating this game.
Does not work.
It does. It's weird how unstable it is. Like I can get to the main menu, no problem. But from there, it literally just crashes when you try to either get to the stage navigation or try to load into a level. Which is weird because like Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3 works totally fine. I'm pretty sure others will work decently well.
It's really weird. Trying to emulate it was it'll get to the stage will start, and things just won't be loaded into the stage.
I mean, well, you got further than I did. All right, trying to fight Buggy. Not actually that big a problem. He's very much more a puzzle boss than anything else. Actually, if I time it, the cannonball
play with him
right.
enough, he turns into a puzzle box.
Oh no, this hurts so much. What will I do? Actually, really, your first time playing this game, you're gonna want to be very careful because since we are obviously doing this kind of new game plus, I guess, quote unquote.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing to mention. We are still recording this off an actual PS3. We are not emulating.
Right.
Despite his efforts to the contrary, we just cannot get save transferring over. I've only managed to get one save file ever transfer over. And it would be for maybe the most important game we could do that for, but it just has not worked across the board.
Nope.
And I am not, neither of us is willing to put in the time to get Luffy to a playable level in this game. Because it's not just getting your level ups, it's also getting your coin structure. And oh boy, the coin structure in this game, and 2 specifically. Christ. You can copy save... Alex, you don't understand. Save files through the emulator are encrypted. They're tied to your account, and you can't log into an account on an emulator.
Yep. I think I'm doing this wrong. Whatever.
You wait for them to launch at you, and then you...
No, I know that, but I'm talking about how to get Buggy down.
You have to wait for all of them to be destroyed.
There's a handful of them, though.
I think you got them all.
I think you're right. Right now, we're just waiting. Often what you'll be doing within this game is you have to wait for the game to actually catch up with the story triggers.
Believe me, though, in general, Alex, I am all too familiar with losing save files on the PS3. I've had to play Raging Blast more than once to full completion. Hopefully they find a way to decrypt them. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. You have to actually run up to him and grab him with R2.
Oh.
Yeah, he wants you to actually be in his vicinity. Fuck. And, like, you do it instantly. That's the other thing that this game does with bosses, is they have desperation attacks. Normally they're supposed to come out later than this. It's supposed to transition into you doing the final QuickTime event.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing something wrong, but no. Oh, we're done. Okay, cool. But yes, I too am really familiar with losing a lot of save files because my PS3's hard drive used to be completely on the fritz and would literally crash and require restoration on the regular. That happened for about a year. I lost many a save file. Many a save file. Until I actually just replaced it outright. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just a score thing.
I got 25! Yay.
The typical max number is 70. Yeah, that happened to me once, a decade ago. I lost my my saves for Raging Blast 1, 2, Burst Limit, Battle of Gods Battle of Z hadn't come out by then. Mercifully, I would not have done that game a second time.
Nope.
Just to keep everything old.
Yeah, I don't imagine that. Oh, can I just press circle? Oh no, actually it does go back. Oops.
Yeah, unfortunately, you actually do have to sit through this process.
Yep. But yeah, that's actually part of the reason why I chose and did not. Fucking Adobe.